We've got the ultimate frittata that we're starting off right now. And what we're doing right now is just kind of getting all the ingredients together for our frittata. And it's a real simple recipe. So we've got 8 eggs cracked into a bowl, all right? And what we're gonna do is add about a cup of milk to that. Sometimes I mix it up if I got a little bit of heavy cream left over from like baking, I'll add a little splash of that. Even a little bit of sour cream is a nice addition to the egg mixture. And we're gonna add the eggs, all right, into the bowl. And then we're gonna add a cup of whole milk, and I'm just gonna eyeball it. All right, boom, just like that. All right, then we're gonna whisk everything together so it's nice and pale, all incorporated. All right, cool. Then we're gonna take half of our Gruyere, our beautiful nutty Gruyere, one of my favorite cheeses of all time. It makes a wicked grilled cheese sandwich. All right, we're gonna put half of it in and just kind of stir it together. All right, we're gonna have a little bit of salt, all right, a little bit of fresh cracked pepper. All right, this is our egg mixture right here. All right, boom. All right, we're gonna set this aside, and then we're gonna grab some smoked ham out of the fridge. Now, smoked ham could be smoked bacon, could be Canadian bacon, it could be pancetta, it could be prosciutto. So I've got one big slice of ham, almost like a thick ham steak. And what we're gonna do is take a knife and just kind of cut this up into cubes. All right, and all that smoky, sweet ham flavor is gonna be really nice. And then we're gonna cut it into small cubes, definitely bite size. All right, we cut it into sticks. We're gonna cut the sticks down to little small pieces. And then we got a pan here that we have 1 onion and about a pint of small red skin new potatoes that we've caramelized. Right? Like I said before, you wanna give those a head start because they're thicker, right? And you want the onions to be nice and sweet. So we're gonna take these guys, we're gonna dump them out onto a plate. All right, and then what I'm gonna try to do is get all the brown bits off the bottom of the pan. So I'm not making a big mess. I'm gonna reuse this one guy right here. We're gonna take a paper towel, we're gonna wipe it out. Now before you make a frittata, the pan's gotta be super clean. If there's anything that's sticking to the bottom of the pan, your frittata will probably stick to that. So you wanna wipe it out, all right, just like that. All right, and boom, we got a clean pan, so we're not making a huge mess. Then we're gonna turn this up, all right, to kind of a high temperature. We're gonna add some extra virgin olive oil to this, and then we're gonna add a little knob of butter. And the two fats in combination is gonna taste great with the eggs, really authentic, very Italian, and it's gonna be nice. So we're gonna drop this in, pull. All right, let this start to melt. All right, that's gonna be great. And while it's starting to cook up the temperature, I got some fun stuff in the back. I got some great herbs here that I grabbed from the farmer's market. I've got some fresh thyme. All right, we're gonna take some fresh thyme out. And I've also got some fresh parsley we're gonna pull out too. Because parsley and thyme are great herb flavors, but they're not too heavy. Like rosemary, I think, would really overpower everything. You can't taste the eggs or the ham. Parsley and thyme are really good herbs for this. All right, I'm gonna drop it in. And then with the fresh thyme, what you wanna do is just kind of grab a stem, right? Hold it between your thumb and your forefinger, and just take your other hand and just kind of pull the stem leaves back against the stem itself. And all the little tiny leaves kind of fall off your fingers. So I'm just gonna take that and snap it apart. All right, boom, so we're gonna hook all this stuff up. We got some fresh herbs. All right, our fat's starting to come up at temp. You really want some high heat, so it cooks the eggs immediately as soon as you start to throw it in, and that's gonna create the nonstick surface, right? So you got a little bit of space between the egg and the pan, and that's the oil. Okay, so we got our eggs here. Eggs, milk, salt, pepper, Gruyere cheese, okay? And what you wanna do, just give it a swirl. Eggs in one hand, pan the other, swirl in the oil. All right, we're just gonna drop it in, all right, just like that. Immediately, all the way around, I can see the eggs on the outside are not sticking to the pan at all. I completely started to souffle, pull away, and what's kind of raw in the middle is all that delicious egg mixture starting to come together. Now what we're gonna do is start to load in all of our delicious ingredients. We've got our potatoes and our caramelized onions, okay, scattered around. All right, boom, boom, boom. Ham's gonna go in. As this thing starts to come up to temperature, all the eggs are gonna wrap around and start to grab everything and start to puff up and souffle. Then we've got our fresh thyme, and we got our parsley. Give it a little rustic snip. Beautiful color, really super fresh. And then all this beautiful Gruyere cheese is gonna go right on top, look at that. The cheese is gonna start to bubble, so you have a nice golden crust. Some salt, fresh cracked pepper, and this is it. Frittata City, ladies and gentlemen. Well, into the oven, 350, 20, 25 minutes. It's gonna get really puffy, and it's gonna be absolutely delicious. I'm gonna throw this in. Look at this. It's like an omelet, but a whole lot better. Take a look at that. Golden crust, looks spectacular. You wanna give it a little shake, all right? Make sure it's not sticking to the bottom of the pan. And then we're gonna take a flat spatula, and we're gonna go right underneath the bottom. All right, and then 1, 2, 3, the whole thing slides right out. Now when I present a frittata at my house, I leave it on the board, and I'll take the whole board to the table and cut everyone a big slice, almost like a big turkey. You know, you wanna give a really good presentation with this. Lots of good Parmesan cheese. Talking about some good Italian eats here. Boom, that's gorgeous, look at that. One cut there. It's like a crustless quiche. Isn't that cool? Now that is the ultimate frittata. And I am starving.